Okay, so I've identified, I think, 4 issues that we think are fairly pressing. So the first one is funding and organisations' ability to be able to build return on investment cases to invest in IT. That's the first one. The second one is resources. So lots of organisations we work with are really struggling to actually find the people they need, either IT professionals or people who understand about health informatics. The third is partnerships. For a long time, we and lots of other suppliers similar to ourselves have wanted to form the sorts of partnership relationships with these organisations, but we're really struggling, to actually get that off the ground and get to the place where we'd like to be, where we're really working with them hand in hand. And the final area is about the procurement process. We feel that the way in which the procurements are going, so the increasing use of frameworks and the large number of frameworks is actually stifling innovation, because if you haven't got 3 references, you can't get onto a particular framework, and that's stopping people from doing new innovative things. I think that we should all be concerned about data quality. So whether you're a patient or whether you're a clinician or even someone who works with healthcare information, that's something which should be preeminent in our minds. However, the issues about quality of data really depends on the use case for how you want to use artificial intelligence. So examples where you're analysing large data sets of mammograms or looking at retinal scans, data quality is not an issue currently, and that you can carry on doing that without any particular problems. Where there are issues about quality or where you're concerned about quality, I think we need to make sure that we're using artificial intelligence as a vehicle to advise clinicians about choices they should make or to back up their decision making rather than it being the primary source of the decision. I think finally we also need to recognise that AI is not going to be mainstream for the next 5 to 10 years, so there is time to actually sort out any issues there are with the quality of the data that we're currently collecting. That's a really good question, and I think one of the good things about the NHS is obviously it has a pedigree or a background, so the IG toolkit and also all the work which has been done around Caldecott means that they're starting from a good place. However, there are, and we are coming across organisations who are struggling with particular aspects of GDPR. So for instance, the accelerated timescales to be able to actually produce information which identifies patients, or struggling to be able to actually deal with patients who request to actually have themselves removed or forgotten from a particular system. So that's the areas where we're seeing there are being problems. But I think it's, we shouldn't panic. The ICO has made it quite clear that in fact they're going to let people, there's going to be some leniency in the first few months, so there is time for people to catch up if they are struggling. And I'm sure that amongst our clients, 1/3 of them are currently ready, 1/3 of them will be ready by May, and 1/3 of them will be ready sometime soon after that date, so it's going to be okay. The HCI group is owned by Tech Mahindra now, and we are a professional services organisation, and we provide services around consulting, so advisory, staffing, and also the technology stack as well. So if you think about the role of a CIO and a trust, we probably cover about 95% of what they do. And our objective is to actually help organisations use digital technology and disruptive technologies to improve the value and the quality of the services they're providing to their patients. We find this a really good forum to actually meet senior decision makers. So it's somewhere where we also definitely value our partnership with the HIMSS group. We're the largest group of HIMSS certified professionals in the UK, so it's important to us that we maintain our relationship with HIMSS, but also that we actually get to meet the types of people that you bring to these events and have the kind of conversations that we need to have to actually further our products and services.